Hi here, Finns here. I'm back for another video, and it's time for another I'm a Dancing Fool, where I talk about strictly dancing and week 4 dances on my channel. Because if you like Strictly and you want to see a man talk about it, I'm the guy. Okay, let's get straight into this. And sorry, I know it's like Thursday time filming this, and I know we're almost at week 5, and I've been working, I've been so much working. But anyway, I'm going to get through this quite quickly because I don't have a lot of time, and I need to go to work very soon, okay. So, who left us? It was Greg and Karen with their samba to the Macarena. I think it was their time. I think it was their time to go. That samba weren't great, was it? No. That hip flash when you go like, oh my goodness, no, my eyes. Yeah, I love what Craig said. That was like doing a samba on a double hip replacement or something like that. It's just yeah, it's tricky samba, and I just think it looked in parts a bit awkward and uncomfortable to watch. It wasn't like, when they piped up, it's going to be the Macarena, and I think kind of just, it's just, no, it lacked the sense of fun. And what was the shell suits got to do with the Macarena anyway? I don't get it, but yeah, it just looked a bit awkward. I think it wasn't as bad as Susanna Constantine samba, but it was still as awkward and stiff and lacking parts, and yeah, it was a shame. But I think it was a time that Greg and Karen left us. I think their weeks were also quite limited. Yeah, and I think they were the right couple to go. They were also in the dance off with Judy and Graziano, which again, I'm quite sad. They did a waltz. Hero, and it was nice. She dedicated it to her late parents, which was sweet. So there was emotion in it, and I did love that last shot when you see Judy go, looking quite strong and powerful. Which it was a nice end shot, I have to say. I think there were a few mistakes, a few nerves. But I'm glad the judges did save her in the dance, even though Shirley would have sent her home, which would have been a big shock. But it was nice to see a different side of Judy than always the comedy side all the time. Because even though she's a comedian, you don't have to be funny all the time. But yes, the public vote's not very strong for them. Yeah, they need to be strong next week. They need to get up on that leaderboard, otherwise they will be going home very soon. Which I don't want. It'd be nice to stick them in Halloween and see what they're going to do, but can they make it though? Can they make the top 10? I don't know. I don't really know. It's a strong year. It is really a strong year. I have to say, this week compared to movie week, the week before, I don't know, the standard went a little bit down. Obviously we didn't have any 10s, but I did feel like the standard went a little bit down. I think coming on after a theme week, usually the standard may sometimes go a bit down. But yeah, I think the standard was a little bit lower than the week before, I've got to say, but yeah. So let's go through some of the other dances. Rose and Giovanni did cha-cha-cha. I like the trousers. I like her trousers, Rose's trousers. And they had to open the show, and I was kind of worried they would be in the dance, considering they opened the show and usually it got quite a middling score. So, but nevertheless, they avoided the doctor, which was great. From a second-hand store. It was a good opener. It was a good opener. Good cha-cha-cha. Could have been a little bit better, but yeah, it was all right. Tom and Amy did Foxtrot, which was nice and eloquent. Yeah, there could have been a bit more work here and there, but also not bad. Tilly and Nikita did a Paso Doble, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed this different side of Tilly, you know, very serious. I thought she played the character well. I enjoyed it. You know, maybe she could have had a bit more attack, but actually, you know, it was good. It was another one. I think it was really good. It was. I do worry for Tilly though, because she does look very nervous when those results come in. She looks like she's going to burst out in tears. So I do worry for her, but you know, she's 19 going on to 20 actually. I think it's her birthday very soon. Yeah, I looked that on Wikipedia. No, I think she's doing great. She just needs to control her nerves. That's what I say. And then John and Johannes did American Smooth. It was a nice staging. Yeah, this was alright, but I did see some flaws in this. I think the problem with these two, John and Johannes, I do think they're out of hold too much. They need to be in hold a bit more. For me personally, they need to be a bit more in hold than always out of hold. Because it loses the American Smooth parts a little bit. Yes, it does! And I also thought their bums were hanging out a bit more. I thought there was a lot of faffing about at the start of the routine. Yeah, I think always coming after that Paso Doble, it was always hard to keep, you know, that standard always high. So it was always going to dip low. You weren't always going to get 10s every week, so it was always going to go. But it was a bit. Yeah. And then Reese and Nancy did a salsa, which had lots of energy. I guess, yeah. I think they said on It Takes Two, the amount leap Reese takes in his salsa maybe affected it. But he has got energy, and this dance really suits for him. Reese has a lot of energy, so it'll be interesting when he goes back to the ballroom, how he can control that energy. Yeah, a good dance. Sarah and Aliash did a tango, and then when I heard that Sarah was going to do a tango, I thought, this is going to be a really good dance for her. I knew this tango is going to be great for her, and I predicted that she was going to do really well with this, and she did. Really good, you know, footwork and work the floor. The head could be better, I agree, but, you know, it deserves to be top of the leaderboard. I knew this girl was going to be a ballroom girl. I knew it. And it is great to see them at the top of the leaderboard again, which is great, considering what they did in week 1. I think they could be a dark horse. I wouldn't be surprised if they could really go quite far now. Watch your space. And then Dan and Nadia did a cha-cha-cha to You Can't Touch This, do. Which I think also was a dance that I think Greg and Karen could have done. I think the difference with Dan and Nadia, of course this was also kind of a novelty dance as well, but they kind of made it work. It didn't look awkward as Greg and Karen. Greg and Karen with their Macarena dance looked awkward and wasn't as fun to watch, while Dan and Nadia wasn't so awkward and made it fun with the whole, you know, what do you call it, you know, Running Man kind of dance. They made it work. It wasn't the best cha-cha-cha, but, you know, they played the characters well, and yeah. And then you had Adam and Katia do an Argentine tango, the first one in the series. He got his mojo back. The legs, it's such a hard dance, the Argentine tango, because you're flicking all your legs all around like... So yeah, it is such a tricky dance to do, and they did it really well. I love the opening routine where Adam just puts Katya almost on the ground, like lifting her up like that. But yeah, no, there were good lifts, and that really good, really strong. Maybe it did look a bit bulky in some places, a bit square, but you know, the Argentine tango, considering that I got the week before a rumba, I think it was really good. It was really good that he can do quite the more difficult dances on the show. Yeah. And finally, we had AJ and Kai do a samba. Yeah, not the strongest of show closers, and not really one of the strongest dances for AJ. Apparently she went on the wrong foot, and that's probably why it didn't look so good. And I guess she just did run out of steam, but it wasn't too bad. I think, yeah. I think this was her weakest week so far. But that's okay, you don't have to be strong every week. You can have an off week, and I guess this was kind of an off week with the samba. Anyway, so that is all the dances, and of course, sadly, Hugo and Oti couldn't perform because Hugo had a back injury, but luckily he will be returning in week 5. I think they're doing a rumba. Oh, goodness gracious me. And Nina Wani is not even there. That's going to be really interesting considering his back problems he's had, so will we see him in Halloween? I don't know. It kind of terrifies me. He's got a rumba. Another male rumba series. Wow. It's interesting they're throwing all the male rumbas so early on. I guess because last year we didn't really have any rumbas apart from Harvey and Jeanette, I think. So maybe that's why they're doing so many rumbas this year. Yeah. Yeah. And bring all the men at it as well. Yeah. In any case, who are your favourite dancers in week 4 of Strictly Come Dancing? Comment down below in the comments section below. Like and subscribe to this video, and I will be back for more content very soon. Try to fit my big face on that small screen. Goodbye, people. Goodbye.